Hello, my name is Erica M. Dean, and I guess you can say that this would be my master class. I am coming to you for Teacher Pants 101, or as I like to call it, and probably will end up calling it, Teacher Pants Academy. But we haven't gotten to that point yet. The reason why I'm using this platform is so that I can hopefully inspire a new group of educators and even encourage the current group of educators to stick with our profession. As of this point, June 2019, education is in a crisis. And when I say education is in a crisis, one of the things I want to key in on is the fact that we need teachers. And it's good to recruit teachers, but it's even better when you can retain teachers and you have individuals that are willing to stay through all the challenges in spite of the many, many challenges that educators face in this point of our lives in 2019 and looking ahead. Social media has impacted the classroom in such a way, for good and for bad. And there's just a number of obstacles that one may face as an educator. But even with that, if you have a true desire to be a teacher, to be an educator, my personal prayer is that you will hopefully take something that I've said and use that as an encouragement to you when things get difficult. Now, a little background about myself. I have been with the Detroit Public Schools system. I started as a student, and then I grew up, went to college, went to Wayne State, U of M, Dearborn, Marygrove, and then I became a teacher in the midst of all of that. So I've been teaching since January 2001, and it has been quite the adventure. Some things you just will not know, and some things you will not learn in a college setting. There is a lot of on-the-job training, and I'm pretty sure if you talk to any of my colleagues, they will agree with that statement. I've been in an urban setting, and I graduated from, again, the Detroit Public Schools, and I teach in an urban setting. But the things that I reveal should be able to help you wherever you are. Because what I've come to learn in discussing and chatting with colleagues from other school districts, whether you're urban, suburban, rural, what have you, there are challenges. There be challenges. And my challenge in the urban setting might not be your challenge in a rural or suburban setting. However, there's still challenges. And we still have to be that stand-up adult that's there for these students as they navigate their school careers and encourage them to go on and be productive citizens in our world. Back in February, let's see, I published this, I believe it was February 16th, 2015. And if I hold this up, I believe it's going to come out backwards. But the book is actually Teacher Pants, and please forgive me, I'm very new at this whole thing, and I don't think I'll be able to mirror it. But the book that I'll be using is my own book, and I'm pretty sure, again, as I go through, I'm going to pull in articles. If this works the way I think it should work, I can add content from other excellent educators. But the book I'm going to use to start things off with is my own book, and it's titled Teacher Pants: Reflections of a Career Built by Faith, and it's self-published. It's on Amazon. It's very, very cheap. I didn't want to overtax my colleagues. I think the ebook is $5 and the actual book is $10, but nevertheless, I want to start things off with something I wrote And for your first assignment, I'm going to do you like I was done in my college days, but I would like you to reflect on what I have written. And this book is just a series of thoughts, and it was actually a series of blog posts. And what I did, I took all those blog posts and I condensed it into book form. So I'm going to start off with the blog post that actually started all of this. And I want you to sit back, relax, and just, when it's all done, just reflect on the writing entitled Teacher Money. And this was originally posted 12/4/2012, and it was published in the Detroit Teacher Newsletter that we had some years ago as part of our union, Detroit Federation of Teachers. It's another payday evening. For the most part, I am satisfied with the fact that I was able to take care of my rent and car note. I even took my cat to the vet for a nail trim. Relaxing on the couch and reflecting on the day, I thought about the wages I had brought home and how quickly they disappeared. Then my mind drifted to thoughts of those in other professions. I wondered if they worried about their wages and certain disappearing acts. For a brief moment, I wished I was in a different profession, a big money profession, before my thoughts spiraled into the realm of depression. My church upbringing stopped me. In fact, my church upbringing stopped and reminded me of the following. A, I don't make lawyer money. B, I don't make doctor money. C, I'm a teacher. I teach and make teacher money. Some may laugh at the comparison and simply say, there is no comparison. However, it was my faith in God that caused me to reconsider this as the thought dropped into my spirit, deep and heavy. Suddenly, my mind was filled with a different perspective that caused me to boldly proclaim that my teacher money beats lawyer and doctor money hands down. How? Glad you asked. You see, in spite of a pay cut here and there, my teacher money stretches far and wide. My teacher money works miracles. My teacher money can brighten up a classroom with a fresh roll of bulletin board paper, a leafy green plant, or a classroom pet. The bulletin board paper is tacked to the wall and then covered with the hopes and dreams of a group of students, a place where their best work can be displayed for all to see. Like a mom, dad, aunt, uncle, or other relative/family friend that will hopefully come to the next parent-teacher conference. I hope they come too, I gently say. Purchasing that leafy green plant and classroom pet opens doors to exploration. The students have so many questions. Why is that plant green? Is that fish swimming backwards? Is this plant poisonous? Where do hamsters come from? The questions go on and on. I don't have the answers, I say, but perhaps reading a book or doing research on the internet may help you out. Books are read, internet research conducted, minds grow. My teacher money did that. My teacher money can buy the construction paper, glue, and glitter that aids in the crafting of the perfect thank you card for a helpful volunteer. That volunteer will take that card home and place it on the living room table for all to see. Visitors to that home ask, "Do you think I could be a school volunteer as well?" Yes, there's always a need for good volunteers at the school. Instant recruitment. My Teacher Money did that. So, as you think about everything that I wrote, and I remember writing this was during a time in my life where I guess I was feeling a little discouraged, perhaps, and I just took pen to paper and just jotted my thoughts, and all of this just flowed out. But if we can get, and I'm trying to say this as tactfully as I can, if we can I just hope that one day we reach a level where our salaries can be increased and increased to the point where we will be looked at like the doctors and the lawyers do. And in a lot of cases, we do get accolades and we do get pats on the back. But I think a lot of us want the financial pat on the back as well. And until that comes, prayerfully, we will be able to keep living and budgeting and doing what we need to do to just live comfortable lives in the profession that we are in. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and your first assignment is going to be just to reflect and write down what you captured, what your thoughts is when you hear this little love note I wrote. What are you thinking when you hear the term teacher money? Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoy your assignment, and I will definitely look forward to reading your reflections. Thank you very much.